Hello, my dear students. This is Miss Chawan. At this time, we're talking about chapter 12, which is talking about measurements. Some of you already know. You learned it in fourth grade, and the others they are new. So in this video, I'm talking about three of them because they are easy and you can understand it very quickly. I'm talking about the first lesson, which is a parameter. You learn it in fourth grade, and it is a fun and easy lesson to do because it is really just addition, and you don't need to think more about anything else. Parameter is the distance around a figure. So if you have any figure, a square, a rectangle, a triangle, a pentagon, and a quadrilateral, any figure, you need to know the length of the outside line of the figure. So when you have a figure, you're going to say this figure, this is a figure. This figure, how much like meter or centimeter I need to go from the first point, which is here, and go around all of it to the same start point. So how much centimeters you need? So the distance around this figure is what? Is how much. So it's called parameter. So here I explain how to find parameter, and you already I'm really sure that you already know. So our math idea is you can find parameter by adding the length of all the sides together. That is really important, all the sides together. So add what? Add all the sides together. So examples, you're going to understand within the first example. The first one, you have a triangle. The bottom is 5 centimeters, and each sides they are 6 centimeters and 6 centimeters. I ask you to find a parameter for each polygon. Polygon, it's mean any figure, any math figure. Okay, any math figure. So when you have any figure like not circle, not oval, any figure that have sides. So the figure with sides, we can call it polygons. So we have a triangle. We have 5, 6, and 6. How can we find the parameter? It's easy. We're going to just add all the sides together. Add all the sides together. 6 plus 6 plus 5. You can start with 5 plus 6 plus 6. It's okay. Just do not forget any of the sides. 6 and 6 is 12. 12 and 5, 17 centimeters. And do not forget to write the unit. It was centimeter or meter or kilometer. Please write the unit. This unit here, if inside the figure was centimeter, write centimeter. On the figure was meter, write meter. You see, it's really easy. Example number 2. Oh, this one have a lot of sides. That's okay. I need just to add them. So P, which is mean parameter, we need to find parameter by adding all the sides. So I'm going to start from the 2. We have 2 plus 3 plus 4.6 plus 7 plus 5.5. You see that I didn't go one by one, like one line. I go in randomly 2, 3, 4.6, up, down, any side you can write it. So it's okay. Just do not forget any side of them. So parameter, it's 2 plus 3, which is 5, plus 4.6, yeah, plus 7 plus 5.5. In this case, you need to write the numbers like this in a calm way, so put them on each other, but be careful when you have a normal number with a decimal number. You need to put the normal number up or at the bottom from the number before the point. Okay, so after the points they are half, less than half, more than half, but the number before the point is the normal number, the whole number that we use always. So you need to write it like me to follow, so you can add it in a correctly way. So at the first place we have 6 and 5. 6 plus 5 equals to 11. 1 down here and 1 will go to the bottom, sorry, to the top. I'm sorry, to the top. So 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 and 7, 17, and 5 equals to 22. So 22.5. In the addition, the points directly going to be down. Just put the point down in the same place. Okay, now the final answer is 22.1. Look at the figure. It's the unit is centimeter, so put centimeter and done. Add, put the unit, add, put the unit. You are done. More examples. Example number 3. Here we have a rectangle. Look at this rectangle. I gave you just this 2 sides. Why? You need all the sides, yeah? But I gave you just 3 and 6. In the solution, I wrote 2, 6 and 2, 3. Why? That's easy. Look at here. This is a rectangle. So the top is 6. One of the side is 3. So we already know that the left and the right side are equal. They are parallel to each other, so they are equal in length. So this side also is 3. Also, we know that the top and the bottom, they are also the same in length. So the top is 6, the bottom is 6 also. That's why when we find perimeter, we're going to write 2, 6 and 2, 3 together for adding them. So you cannot just add 3 and 6. If you add just 3 and 6, you did the half of the answer. You need first to check that all the other sides how much. So in this 2 figure we have, just in this 2 figure we have this case. Sometimes in triangle also we can have it, sometimes in parallelogram we can also be it will be the same, because 2 of the sides left and right equal, top and bottom equal in length. So do not panic, just look at the other side. It is 3, so the other side also the same, 3. The top is 6, so the bottom is 6 also. So the perimeter will be 6 plus 3 plus 6 plus 3. Okay, 6 plus 3 is 9. The other 6 plus 3 is 9, so it's 18. Because the figure, the unit in the figure, it's meter, so you need to write for me 18 meters. Okay, now we're going to move to 4th example, which is a square, and I gave you just one side. The top is 3 kilometers, and all the other sides are empty. So you're going to say the perimeter is 3? No, you need to add all the sides. In square we have 4 sides, so you need 4 numbers to add them. But I gave you just 3. That's okay. We already know that in square all the sides are equal. In square all the sides are equal, so all of them 3 centimeters. Sorry, I wrote kilometers or 3 kilometers. So in the perimeter you need to write 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. 4 of them. It's equal to 12. Because the unit in the picture is kilogram, so you need to write 12 kilogram. It's a really easy the lesson. Perimeter, it's in the distance around the figure, so you need to add all the sides together to get the perimeter. And be careful, you need to write for me the unit if it was centimeter or meter or kilometer according to the picture or to the figure. All right, Now, this lesson was in page 208 and 209. I gave you some examples because the lesson is easy and it is just addition. You can solve a lot of examples. So I gave you example number 2 until number 13. So it's a lot, I know, but the lesson is easy and you need to learn that. Write the other side's number, other side's distance or lengths in the figures. So practice on them and solve all of them, please. You can just solve it on the book because it's just addition, or you can use a paper for adding it and then write the final answer on the book. Okay, so are you ready for moving on to next lesson? Lesson 2. This lesson, it's really new. You didn't even hear about the lesson's name. Also, we have one surprise inside the lesson, which is a brand new thing you need to learn. Lesson 2, which is page 210, it's circumference. 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 What is circumference? Do you remember in perimeter I said perimeter, it is just for the polygon, so the figure that have sides. What about the circle? Circle doesn't have any sides. So if we want to know the distance around a circle, the outside line for the circle is how much, what should we do if we use perimeter? Because circle doesn't have any sides. So we will use circumference. Circumference is the distance around a circular object. So if you have a circular object, you cannot use perimeter, you will use circumference. Okay. We have a rule to find circumference. Do you see this circle here? I will ask you, if you start from this point and come again to the same point, how much lengths did you go? How much lengths? You say, I don't know, teacher, because it's a circle. I cannot bring a meter and say it is like 1 meter or 30 centimeters. Or I cannot because it's a circular object. So we have a rule. We can find the distance, the outside length or the distance around the circular object, which is C equal to pi times d. What is C? C is the circumference. What is pi? Pi is a brand new thing that you need to learn. Usually the pi going to be right like this. Also in the book, the pi is written like this. But here in the computer, I didn't find this one. In the computer, it will be written like this. Okay, both the same, so do not worry. C is the circumference. Circumference is equal to pi. What is pi? Pi is the ratio of the circumference of a circle to its diameter, and always it's equal to 3.14. So we have a rate between a circle to its diameter. Do you remember diameter? Diameter is a line that passes through the center of a circle and touch 2 points on the circle. That's diameter. So if you have diameter, you can find circumference. If you have diameter, you can find circumference. This pi, which is always used for circle, always using for circular object, okay, because it's a rate between a circle itself and the diameter. We need that pi for the circle to be like a polygon, to be like a square, or we can measure the outer line or the distance around the circle. So that pi have a constant value. It's mean نرخي كي هي كقد نغوري وهميشا همانشتا. أو نرخش بديتي ل 3.14. So a constant value which is always 3.14. So just remember that when you use pi anywhere, okay, use it by 3.14. 3.14 is always 3.14. I am your teacher. My name is Chawan. So I'm always Chawan. So pi is always 3.14. D is the diameter. So the whole rule is saying if you want to find circumference, you need to multiply the pi and diameter. You need to multiply 3.14 and diameter. Diameter is that thing that I will give it to you. In the exams, you have diameter to find circumference. Okay. Sometimes we don't have diameter. That's not a problem because the book going to give you the radius. What is radius? Radius is a line starting from the circle, center of a circle, to one point on the circle. So this is radius, this is radius. Radius is half of diameter. So if you didn't have a diameter, you have radius, you need to find diameter by multiplying the radius to the 2. Diameter is equal to r times 2, radius times 2. In the I'm going to give more information about that, but first you need to memorize the rule, please. Circumference equal to pi times diameter. Circumference equal to pi times diameter. Remember it, please. Examples. Find the circumference of a circle that has always I will give you, or the question or the book going to give you, a diameter or a radius. If you have diameter, it is really easy. You have a diameter of 8 centimeter. Do you remember the rule? Circumference equals to pi times diameter. So pi is always 3.14. So circumference equal to 3.14 times 8. This multiplication, do it like this one inside the cloud. Put them on each other. 3.14 times 8. So 8 times 4, 32, 2 down here, 3 in up, 8 times 1 is 8 the same, and 3 equals to 11, 1 down here, 1 in up, 8 times 3 it will 24 is 24, and 1 is 25. And then how many number you have after the point? It is 2, so put the point in the middle between the numbers. So the final answer is 25.12 centimeters. Done. Okay, so just use the rule, which is say pi multiplied by diameter. You have the diameter, you have the pi, which is always 3.14. Example number 2. Here I don't have a diameter. Instead of that, I have a radius. Okay, so before solving the whole example, also before finding the circumference, I will find diameter. Look at inside the cloud. Diameter is equal to r times 2. It's equal to radius times 2. So what is the radius? It is 3. 3 times 2 is 6 centimeter. Now you have the diameter to put it in the actual rule. So listen again. If you have a radius, you need a diameter. For finding a diameter, multiply the radius by 2. Multiply the radius by 2 for finding diameter. And then put the diameter inside the circumference rule, which is pi times diameter. Pi is 3.14 multiplied by the diameter, which is 6 here. Again, 3.14 multiplied by 6. Use like the first example, put them on each other, and the final answer will be 18.84. The third example, this one also it's easy. A diameter of 11.5 centimeter. You have a diameter, so put the rule, which is circumference equals pi times diameter. Pi is 3.14. My diameter is 11.5. So we need to multiply these two. Put them on each other. So start by multiplying them. 5 times 4, it's 20, 0, 2 enough. 5 times 1 is 5, and 2 it is 7. 5 times 3 is 15. Put 1, 0. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Look at that 3. Let me erase it. 3. Let me write it again. This one is better. Again, in the bottom third multiplication, we need to put 2 zeros. It's 1 again, so 4, 1, 3. Let's add them. 0, 0, 0 is 0. 7 and 4 is 11. Okay, 1 and 5, 6, 7. 7 and 4, it is 11 again. Okay, 1 and 1 is 2, and 3, it's 5, and 1 is 6, and a 3. Okay, how many number we have after the point? 1, 2, and the bottom 3. So the 0 is here, 1, 2, 3. The point is here. Add the answer. You can put the 0, you can erase it. It's better to erase it because the last 0 is nothing for us. Okay, so the final answer will be 36.11. So just memorize the rule, okay, and then put pi, the value of pi and the value of diameter, multiply them, done. If you didn't have diameter, you will have radius, so multiply the radius by 2 to find diameter. This lesson is done. The homework is page 211, example 5, 6, and 7. Just 3 examples. Solve them. Let's go on to the other lesson, which is area. This lesson is really new and it's really important. You need to listen carefully for me. Area is what is a measurement of a surface or a piece of land. For example, your own home. All of us have a house. We're going to say the length and the width of this house is how much. It's 100 meters square. It is 200 meters squares. كاتكلم على الروبري أم زاوية چنده area وات الروبري أم زاوية چنده ياخد خانوكي إما چنه گوريا كاتكتو تينا ده باوكت برسيبلي باوكا خانوكي إما آيا روبركي چنه آيا سمترا يان 2 سمترا يان 3 سمترا 150 متر كواتا اريا واتا روبري او شوێنی کە تۆ تایە ئەژی یاخۆ ڕوبەری ئەو پارچی کە تۆ ئەتەوێ چوارگۆشەیەکت هەیە لاکێشەیەکت هەیە سێگۆشەیەکت هەیە هەر شەیپێکە هەتا ئەتوانی تۆ ڕوبەرەکەی واتە ئەو پانتایی کە داگیری کردووە بیدۆزیتەوە کە بە پێچی دۆزینەوە هەندێک لە یاساکان کە لێرە بە ڕوبەر ئەوەترێ area. So we have 4 formulas for finding area for different shape. We have just 4 rules. You need to memorize 4 rules for 4 different shapes. Okay, formulas. It's like creating a rule. So the first one, area of a rectangle. If you have a rectangle, how you can find out the whole area for the rectangle? The rule A, it is mean area. So area, it's equal to L times W. L times W. What does mean L? L is length درجي. What's L? L is length درجي. W, what's W? W is width. Wata pani. W is width. Wata pani. Kawata. Area of a rectangle. It's L times W. Length times width. Length times width. روبري لاكشا كتدريجي كرتي pani. Length times width. Memorize it, please. Second one, area of a square. Area of a square is equal to S times S. What is S? S, it is mean a side. Side. So area of a square is equal to side times side. Side times side. Area of a square equal to side times side. روبري چوارگوشا أكاتا لايك كرتي لايكي تري. Area of a triangle, which is the hard one between them. Area of a triangle is equal to 1 on 2 b times h. B is base, h is height. 1 on 2 base times height. Area of a triangle equals to 1 on 2 base times height. So of course between 1 on 2 and this b, there is a multiplication. Be careful, okay? So it is half of base times height. 1 on 2, it's mean half. Base times height. Base, it's mean the bottom. Base, it's mean the bottom. And height, all of us know what is height. So base wata binchini sir goshaka, height wata berzi. Basha. So the triangle is equal to half base times height. Area of a parallelogram. Parallelogram, it's like a rectangle, but it goes somewhere going to be dancing. It's like a dancing rectangle. So the area of a parallelogram is equal to base times height. Base times height. Base times height. Now you have a question. Teacher, how can I multiply base times height, or multiply side by side, or multiply length times width? My dear, I'm going to give you the numbers. I'm going to give you the number, but here you need to memorize the rules, okay? So you have 4 rules. Area of a rectangle, length times width. Area of a square, side times height. Area of a triangle, half base times height. Area of parallelogram, base times height. Let's move for the example. After you memorizing the rules, you need to use it inside the examples. Example number 1. I'm going just to say find the area. Okay. You have a square. I gave you 2 numbers. 8 meter, 8 meter. So how many sides you have? 2. What does the area of a square says? Area of a square says side times side. Side times side. So 8 times 8. Side times side, 8 times 8, because the sides are 8. So the area is side times side equal to 8 times 8, and it is equals to 64 meters square. What is this square? We have centimeter. Also we have centimeter square. Centimeter square, it is mean 2 centimeters. So meter square, it's mean 2 meter. So you have this meter multiplied by this meter, it will be meter square. Area, the unit of the area is meter square, centimeter square, kilometer square, millimeter square. Okay, area going to be have a unit which is square. Be careful. The second one, a triangle. Listen carefully for triangle. You have the height, you have the base, 5 centimeters by 4 centimeters. So this is the height, this is the base. First, write the rule. Area equal to 1 on 2 base times height into brackets. Equals. Write them using b is what, h is what. 1 on 2, b is 5, sorry, base is 4, height is 5. Okay, so 4 times 5. It will be 1 on 2, still the same, inside the bracket. So you need to solve first inside the bracket. It's 20. 1 on 2, 20. Between the 1 on 2 and 20, you have multiplication. It's easier if you didn't use multiplication. Just use this one, half. 1 on 2 is mean take half. So take half of 20, which is 10. Take half of 30, which is 15. Take half of 7, which is 3.5. Okay? If you want to solve it in a mathematical way, this one. It's mean 1 on 2 times 20. So you will learn it before. 20, you're going to multiply just by the top. It will be 20 on 2. 20 on 2 is an abnormal fraction. You need to simplify it. Okay, let's simplify it. We're going to find the greatest common factor between 2 and 20 and then divide them. It will be 10 on 1, which is 10. Okay, and so area of a triangle, write the rule, put the base, put the high, and then multiply the base on the high, take half of them, just, and be careful, centimeter square. Number 3, a rectangle, which is really easy. You have two sides, you have the width and the length. Area of a rectangle is what? Area of a rectangle is length times width. Okay, what is the length? The length is 7.3. What is the width? The width is 3.8. So let's multiply them using this way. Put them on each other and multiplying them, which is equal to 24.74. Be careful, kilometer square. Okay. Number 4, we have a parallelogram, a dancing rectangle. Okay. Also, we have two sides. Here we have a high. Here we have a base. So, what is the area of a parallelogram? The area of a parallelogram is base times height. Base times height. Base is 8.2. Height is 4. Multiply the 8.2 and the 4, like here. It's equal to 32.8. Do not forget centimeter square. Okay, my dear. Now, note, memorize the rules, please. By memorizing the rules, you can solve any example you want. Just write the rule, put the numbers, multiply them. You have a homework in 2 pages. Page 213, number 2 to 5. Page 216, number 7 to 10. Please own book. Go, go, go. You need to solve. I have, look, those students that they said, we have a lot of examples. It's okay, I'm going to do it, all the examples in just 1 hour or just today. They will be like this. Okay, just have fun and please look at all the lessons, study all of them and solve all the examples. It's really good for you to do it. We already done. We have just 2 more videos to finish the book, so please, you have a lot of time. This was 3 lessons, so you need to listen like 3 hours to solve all the examples and listen to the video 2 times, so you can understand better. Okay, bye bye.